What's up, guys? Patrick here from Anime Tech, bringing your weekly anime news. You're gonna hear a beep right there. Sorry about that. Today we got some pretty cool stuff. As you can guess from the title, it's gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna have basically, I guess you could say, within the Japanese culture, two stories, but one is actually in America, which is gonna be pretty cool. You'll see it's actually on tech, and I'm pretty excited about it. I'm actually gonna show that one last. So here you go. Whoops. This was from last time. I had some interruptions. Anyways, this is from Anime News Network. Blue Exorcist Kyoto Saga anime English subtitle trailer posted. Aniplex of America began streaming an English subtitle trailer for the Blue Exorcist Kyoto Saga Ano Exorcist Kyoto Fuji Ohin sequel anime series on Wednesday. The trailer is an English subtitle version of the anime first production video. It looks pretty cool, I think. I'm not going to play the sound just because. Yeah, let's see here. Right here. It looks like there's going to be a lot of tension all between all the characters because of Rin actually coming out saying he's the devil's son, basically. He's the devil's offspring. It looks like there's going to be a lot of tension between all that, and I don't even know what's going to happen, so we'll have to see. I'm pretty sure they'll all get over it. It's an anime. It's a pretty good anime. They're all pretty close friends before they even knew all this, so I think so. But anyways, here's some of the other art, if you guys didn't see that from before. I mean, the art in it looks amazing. I love this style. It's one of my favorite type of styles, is this right here with all the shadowing and all the highlights of the certain parts of the face like that. It just brings like a third dimensional kind of look without actually doing like CG. It's pretty cool. But anyways, the anime will adopt the Kyoto Emperor King art that stands. Sorry, guys. Having some acid reflux here. Drank a little bit too much lemon tea earlier. That started in the 5th volume of Keizu Kato's original Blue Exorcist manga. Aniplex of America describes the series as so. Asia, the realm of humans, and Gehenna, the realm of demons. Normally, these two dimensions would never intersect, but having possessed all material substances, the demons are now intruding on the material world, but among the human race, there are those who can exorcise such demons, the Exorcists. This is going to be a little bit spoiler here, just so you guys know, so if you don't, I'm just saying, if you haven't seen the first one, it's kind of just in the theory of me doing this, because, you know, Ren Okamura kept the fact that he was Satan's offspring a secret from everyone and decided to become an exorcist. He began his training at True Cross Academy, but following the incidents involving Amiens, I think, raid, his lineage became apparent. Fearing his true nature and blue flames marking his connection to Gehenna, Ren's classmates all distanced themselves from him. Meanwhile, the Academy was on high alert when they realized that the left eye of the Emperor King had been stolen. What lies ahead for Ren and his classmates? I don't know. But here it has the list of everybody. I'm not even gonna try because I don't want to bludgeon these names too bad. Then it goes on to do some other information. It's pretty cool. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Anyways, next is on to the story of actually this, and then we're gonna go on to the next one, which I'm kind of gonna go on about. This might be like a 15-minute video, just so you guys know. This is gonna be a lot to read here, though. Americans in Japan largely dismayed by Trump's win. Donald Trump's victory in the U.S. presidential campaign astonished many Americans in Japan, with some fearing it could derail the long-standing bilateral alliance, and others worried whether the divided nation can overcome its differences, according to a survey by the Japan Times. Most Americans uh, be, bemoaned the breakdown in public unity linked to this to his comments during the campaign and expressed worry about the U.S.-Japan alliance, all commented by email. Of course. I think this is most disappointed I have ever been in the American election, said Dan Potts, a lawyer in Tokyo who raised concerns that Trump would take advantage of racism and misogyny. In the past, I always assumed that even though many Americans voted differently than me, we were all voting for our visions for a better America. We just had genuine disagreements on how to get there, Potts said by email. Unfortunately, I no longer think that way. Trump incited during his campaign that the United States under his presidency could curtail military support for Japan, South Korea, and other allies unless they don't contribute more to deployment costs, is what I think they meant to say, not contribute more. I think they meant to put a don't there. That suggestion makes it painstakingly clear that Trump does not understand a notoriously complex Asian-Pacific reign, said Daniel Rendier, a Japanese-American studying at Tohoku University in Sendai. This all-or-nothing approach to international affairs not only has irreparable consequences in the geopolitical climate surrounding our two historically good-willed countries, but also jeopardizes the stability of the region in its entirety, Reindeer said. Trump has demonstrated a dismissive, uninformed view of America's complex diplomatic challenges and the importance of treating our allies with respect, said Joshua Paul Dupai, a professor at Temple University in Tokyo. The president-elect has been consistent in one area, his foreign policy, and its contribute. I just can't right now, guys. I still got all that to go through. But I'm just going to cut right here. Claiming victory, Trump said, after devising campaign of Americans... Wait. I think our diplomatic relations will decrease furthermore, blah, blah, blah. And it's basically, you guys... I'll just put links to all this. But it's basically saying that they're scared that it could decrease the diplomatic stability between Japan and America, which I don't think will happen, just because I don't think his advisors and all that stuff won't let him. That's my personal thought on it. I'm not saying I like Trump. I don't like him. I don't like Hillary. I didn't like Hillary either. I didn't like either of them. I don't think either of them had any whatsoever right to be going into the elections with their... I just don't think so. That's my personal view. You guys want to discuss that? Fine. So, yeah. I forgot to mention that this is by the Japan Times. .co.jp. This story right here, guys. Google's Project Soli mobile radar input tech can now identify objects. This is really exciting, I think, and I'll explain why here in just a second. This is brought by TechCrunch.com, and I'm sorry, my dog is whining and he needs to be quiet. If you don't, let me just read this off and then I'll explain it. If you don't recall Google's Project Soli, you're forgiven. The project was unveiled at Google's I/O in 2015, and while potentially very cool, we haven't heard much about it since. Soli has tiny radar units to detect gesture input where other forms of input like a touchscreen might be impractical or impossible. Google demoed the tech using a smartwatch, for instance, but it could also work for building gesture interaction into otherwise solid objects, like a desk, for instance. And I'll actually explain this here in a minute, why this could be exciting, after I read all this, as I said again. Soli has a new trick up its sleeve thanks to researchers at Scotland's University St Andrews via The Verge. It can now identify objects using radar to determine both the exterior shape and internal structure of whatever it's sensing to tell you what the thing is. what the thing is. It's not foolproof since it has identically determined the differences between objects made up for similar material with similar density, and it has to train the system on what an object is before it can be identified. Researchers are going to work on fixing any confusion around identifying similar objects, and the second problem is fixed easily enough by building a comprehensive reference database software that can pull to get matched IDs for known objects. Such a resource could grow quickly with a decent volume of use. Something that would happen pretty quickly if Soli were integrated into future Android smartphones or wearables, for instance. From era to Soli, Google has made a lot of early bets on advanced mobile sensor technology that could make a huge difference in how we use our devices, for including the future smartphones, and Soli's expanded capabilities beyond just being a means for detecting gesture input. Make that clear. Our smartphones will have a deep awareness of context and surroundings in the future. Make no mistake. The reason this is so exciting, because if you think about it, it's using radar technology to deflect waves off of objects. Something that small, and you could make that so inexpensive to people. You could use that in security systems for your home to detect people. I'm not saying like outside, I'm saying that you could use it for the radio waves to bounce off objects and create an actual picture of where they are, which makes the sensor really valuable to a security system, because you can put it almost anywhere that way, and it's smaller than the camera, so you can have sensors do that, and then it will bounce the radar off and create an image and send it straight to you to see what the hell is going on. And if you have cameras, it can also combine that just to give you a more in-depth field of it. But because it can also sorry guys, acid reflux. But because it can also detect like inner objects, like inside a desk and stuff, you could also see if that person, like maybe someone's trying to rob your house, if they have a gun on them. That is why this stuff could be really valuable. Or, you know, say you have I mean, it could make really inexpensive sensors for all kinds of different stuff. Like, I'm trying to think of one, actually. But besides security systems, I mean, that could be a really huge market for them to actually go on. Is, you know, you get like 50 of these sensors into a security system set around your house and everything, and it just collects all the information, creates a digital picture of it, and you can go in depth into the picture and see if they have a gun or anything on them that looks like a gun or a knife or something that is dangerous to you, your personal safety. That is my thing, which could make this a big game changer for that. Like, say, airport security or anything like that. That's what this could possibly change, if you ask me. I don't understand it that well, but from reading this, that's pretty much what I get the gist of that it could possibly do in the future, with the more research they do into it, which is pretty neat, I think. But anyways, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. I actually love that last story, because at first I wasn't even going to use it. I didn't even know how I was going to really implement it into like a conversation piece, But then that was probably the better conversation piece that I had for pretty much any video, which will probably actually be the title of the video for that. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like if you liked like this video if you liked it. Dislike if you didn't. Subscribe if you really liked it. You guys got any questions? You can leave them down below. You got any hate mail you want to send me? I'll put my email in the description for you too. I don't give a crap. But anyways, this is Patrick for Anime Tech. Until next time, guys, I'm signing out.